Video, we're going to react to the view and the left, more or less, not being able to take accountability for the rhetoric that they push and the narratives that they push. Donald Trump has almost been assassinated twice, and the left refuses, for the most part, to take any accountability for their own rhetoric. If Donald Trump, someone attempts to assassinate Donald Trump, it's Donald Trump's fault, right? Nothing is their fault. Nothing they say is bad. They're not dialing up the rhetoric too much, right? Anytime an assassination attempt has happened so far, Democrats have been pointing their finger at the right when people that agree with them have been trying to kill Trump. Make that make sense. But let's see what Sonny Hostin on The View has to say.
Can I reframe the conversation in a sense? Because they're saying the Democrats, the left side has to stop the rhetoric. And I think what we need to reframe this is, what is rhetoric and what is fact? It is fine for you to say Donald Trump's plan is not a conceptual plan. It's Project 2025.
No, that's not fine, because that's not his plan. Go on his website and you will actually see his plan. She's literally trying to say that saying Donald Trump's plan is Project 2025 is fact when the man has denounced it multiple times, and it's not even on his website. That's not his plan. That's the plan Democrats try to attach to this man so they can paint him in a bad light to try to get votes. So she's talking about speaking facts when she's literally pushing rhetoric. She's literally pushing dangerous rhetoric and trying to claim it as fact. The man came out and denounced it multiple times. It's not on his website. He has his own policy platform. It's called Agenda 47. All you gotta do is go to the man's website and you will see that, but that is too much for them. They have to lie. Let's let her continue lying.
That is not rhetoric. If you say something like,
that is rhetoric. She's lying. Saying Trump is Project 2025 is rhetoric. It's not fact.
Donald Trump started insurrection. That is not rhetoric. That is...
The man said, go peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. What do you think? These people, yes, Donald Trump sent a bunch of unarmed civilians to take over the Capitol. In the most powerful country in the history of the world, Donald Trump sent a bunch of random unarmed civilians to go take over the Capitol. Like, sometimes I don't know if they ask themselves serious questions or they hear themselves. I've been talking with some Democrats recently, and a lot of them just headline. No depth to their points, just regurgitated, tired, and disproven talking points.
It's just a fact. If you say Donald Trump is an election denier, Donald Trump is a convicted felon.
You could make the claim that he's an election denier. That's fair, but a bunch of other politicians have been as well. A convicted felon, yes, you could also make the argument that he is a convicted felon. Why? Because the Democrats literally controlled the entire process he's a manufactured felon, is what he is. The Democrats manufactured a felon out of him, right? In one of the bluest counties in the entire country, in one of the bluest states in the entire country, they extended the statute of limitations. They took a misdemeanor, did mental gymnastics, and did a bunch of concoctions and turned a misdemeanor into a felony, right? They did a ton of different things to manufacture Trump into being a felon. So yes, technically he is a felon because they control the laws and regulations in New York. Again, in one of the bluest districts in the country, in one of the bluest states in the country. They manufactured him to be a felon. So legally, is he a felon? Sure, you can make that claim. But people see through the political persecution that the left is doing.
Donald Trump is a twice impeached loser.
Okay, he's been twice impeached, but never removed from office. So this is what I'm saying. She's not operating in reality. She's going to call someone a loser. How are you? That is subjective if your opinion on if he's a loser or not. That's what I'm saying. They see their opinions as facts. They don't actually care about facts because, again, if you were to say, well, black men are 6 or 7% of the population and we commit 50% of the murders, that's rhetoric. Those aren't facts. Then it's rhetoric, right? But it's literally proven on the FBI's website, right? They don't really like facts. They're trying to act like they like facts now because it's how they can back up the argument they're trying to make. When in reality, the arguments they make are dangerous and they're trying to downplay the dangerous arguments that they consistently make on a regular basis.
That is not rhetoric. That is not a convicted felon. Donald Trump is a twice impeached loser. That is not rhetoric.
Yes, it is rhetoric. It's rhetoric.
when you compare the definition of rhetoric and the definition of a fact, which is a thing that is known or proved to be true, then I think that makes this all the more clear for people. And
no, again, majority of the stuff she said is not fact. It's her opinion. Just like he's a loser. Says who? Like, and they don't operate in reality. And so many of them are incapable of looking in the mirror. The man that tried to assassinate Trump recently has donated to Democrats 19 times, okay? And literally had a Biden-Harris sticker on his truck. He was retweeting, or he tweeted at President Biden, literally saying, democracy is on the ballot. We cannot afford to lose. The man had a Biden-Harris sticker on his truck and was reposting Democratic their slogans. And they want to say, well, we have had 2 people try to kill Trump that have both donated to Democrats. Maybe we should look into our rhetoric. One was regurgitating our talking points. Maybe we should look into our rhetoric. Maybe it's dangerous. No, they're not going to look in the mirror. What they're going to do is they're going to blame Trump for his own assassination attempts. They're not going to take any accountability or responsibility for the rhetoric that they're pushing. And they're trying to cover it up with what's happening in Ohio. So let me get this straight. Donald Trump and J.D. Vance bring attention to the fact of what's going on in Ohio, or what people are saying is going on in Springfield, Ohio. And then individuals choose to threaten that area, and that's J.D. Vance and Donald Trump's fault. But Donald Trump almost gets assassinated twice, and that rhetoric has nothing to do with the Democrats. They're hypocrites. They're hypocrites. They're hypocrites. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.